Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 76. We're currently playing as Kaiser Ulrich III, the Great of the Holy Roman Empire, and he's the son of Kaiser Ulrich II, who himself was the son of Kaiser Ludolf, so on and so forth, all the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony, our original character. We're currently in two wars. The Holy Roman Holy War for Estonia against King Kazidi the Young of Swemi. That's all the way up here for these two provinces. We're just marching back there now. And more importantly, the Holy Roman War for Duchess Brunhilde's claim on Finn, which is against the King of Denmark. It's for this little province here. We're just going to get on with this. Now, this little war with Denmark is something I've wanted to do for a long time but haven't been able to because we didn't have a casus belli. But Duchess Brunhilde here, whoops, apparently one of the buttons on my mouse opens up, opens up the technology menu. Who knew? Duchess Brunhilde here managed to fabricate a claim on Finn. We could tell originally that it was a fabricated claim because before we declared the war it could not be inherited. Now, because we've pressed it in war regardless of the outcome, unless we surrender, in which case she has to forego that claim, but say we made a white peace, that would be inherited through down to probably Reinald here. But the point here is that by taking this province, we should have over 51% of the de jure Danish lands. Assuming that we take it within 10 years, because these, or 9 years now, because this county here, these two counties, 3 or 2? These 3 counties here, which are part of the Duchy of Smaland, are being incorporated into the Kingdom of Denmark, as are these ones up here, but these ones up here have a lot longer to go, like, many decades. If these 3 here became incorporated, we'd need to get even more of the de jure lands before we could steal the title. Looks like there's an army coming down here out of the Danish fleet. Maybe. They could just be waiting for us to piss off. Which we will do. We'll head on over to Skane as soon as we're done in Shalland. This dude would like more suitable accommodations. He's not ransomable, so let him rot. Now, we're not paying too much attention to the Estonian War, excuse me, for 2 reasons. 1, the Danish War is more important, and 2, it takes forever to move around in, Eastern Europe. I mean, that's going to take us almost half a month to get up into Calavan. And I really want this war to get done with quickly down here in Denmark, because if the Duchess here dies for some reason, we won't be able to press this claim, because it'll become a weak claim when it goes to Reynard here, Reynard, and I doubt we'll be able to press it. But I have just noticed that our income has gone up, or our balance, sorry, has gone up, so we're going to upgrade the stables in Munchen, and that'll be done in 3 years. It's a sizable renovation project. Okay, and that's all of Shalland. Peace out, bro. Nope, no peace in our time, huh? Off we go then. To Skane. Looks like Russ got called in. Yep. Little worried about that, but it's not going to be a big issue. I mean, if you look at that, we're at war with all of this red shit here. Not great, but I'm not very concerned about it. I think we can take any army they throw at us. This Danish fleet is not concerning me, but I'm kind of curious about it. Looks like they hired more mercenaries. We're not going to fight the mercenaries, we're just going to occupy these places now. We're going to straight up attack them too. We've got enough troops and money to not care about casualties. We're not going to attack this place. This place is strong. Wow. Prince Gottfried here must be a pretty decent leader. Instead of sitting here wasting our time in Skane, we're actually going to move to this one here, Blekinge, I think. Yeah, Blekinge, because it only has about 1,000 guys behind it. Besides, we're getting a ticking war score anyway. Yep, hit 'em hard, hit 'em fast. That's a motto you can live by. I do want to take out this mercenary army. Just because if it gathers with everything else, there might be issues. And I've always said that there's another revolt on Germany. That's fine. It doesn't concern us. But I've always said that if you're going to, you know, properly wage a war, you need to break up the smaller armies before they combine. Because when they combine, they get to be an issue. And yeah, look at that. We can easily assault this place when we get down to it. Just need the troop numbers, or not the troop numbers, the siege weapons, sorry. One Frieda here died of terminal stage leprosy. Not a great way to go. Ruthenia has instituted the medium crown authority, and the population of Terabov has converted to Catholicism. Excellent. Give it up already. You're losing. He may be more resistant to give it up just because it's one of his counties that we're taking from him. Yeah, he is actually pretty resistant to this. But that won't matter for too much longer. We do get a fair bit of gold out of it. Okay, let's see. This place has about 1,600. This place has 1,900. Here we go. We're going to hit Oland. It's kind of an inconsequential little island on the side of things. Apologies for anybody who actually lives there and watches this, but the current count does not have a very good martial skill. One, because he's still a child. And so we may be able to just take the place. A lot of call to arms due to that German Revolution thing. Not worrying. I think I saw somewhere being under siege. Ah, yep, this place is under siege. It's fine. Just finish up this little assault here. My nephew died under suspicious circumstances. Oh well. Okay, doing well. So now we just send our guys down there and then back up to Narva. It's actually quite a quick journey down into Dorpat, only about 10 days or so, which is good. Because it means we catch this little army here, which is led by quite an exceptional individual. He's got a good martial stat, but he doesn't have anything which gives him bonuses. So he's just functioning raw there. Still no peace from him. Still no peace from him. So let's head up here properly. Only 9 days to get up there. That's nice. Yeah, look, this place only has 978 troops. We'll smash it when we can. Which is now. This place has 2,000, so we're going to wait on it. We're not going to attack something with double the number of troops I'm comfortable attacking. No, still no peace. Hopefully this castle gets over it. Okay, this is an interesting little event. It doesn't really matter too much to us, I think. But if you remember a couple of episodes ago, we had an intrigue event thing to increase our intrigue, where we blamed the cook's wife for stealing a necklace. You suddenly wake up in cold sweat. The cook's wife! You had her imprisoned for the supposed theft of a necklace all those years ago. But you forgot to let her out. Magda, quick, to the dungeons! The jailer leads you to an especially dark and damp corner of a dungeon. He unlocks a rusty door to reveal an extremely thin and famished old woman. She looks up at you with frightened eyes, and only then do you recognize her as the cook's formerly overweight wife. Why, Magda, you've lost weight. Minus 25 piety. Oh, we're kind of a dick. Ah, 99% war score. And the German revolt here is going to finish because they just imprisoned the king. What is his particular cast spell, Ivo? For Count Deitwin's claim. I can't do anything to influence that. King lost it on his own merits. No, still thinks he's winning. Or, you know, not losing. Alright, found our next target. Viking up here. Though, hopefully before we even get there, the ticking war score ticks up. And it just did. So, we win. And now we can usurp the Kingdom of Denmark. Well, we can when we get a little bit more gold. So we do want to do that fairly swiftly, because these ones are still being incorporated. So we've got 8 years though. As soon as we get the gold, we're taking it though. And we got 200 gold from the Pope. Well, thank you Pope, we're going to use your money to usurp Denmark. Now that will be lost on succession because it's Gavelkind. Where is it? There it is. It is, however, high crown authority. And, So as soon as we get at peace and have no vassal with a negative opinion of us in that realm, which may be an issue. Where is Denmark, like, normally? Okay, so it counts Holstein, so that's this guy. Schleswig. Is it just the Holstein guy? Can I bribe him? Yup. Is that enough? Yes, it is. We just need to get at peace. Okay, that's good. That's very good. As soon as we finish this war, which could take a while, we won't be able to start reclaiming the other lands all that quickly. You see, I say that, but then something's happened here. This is important. This is something I wanted to sort of showcase a while ago, but we didn't get the chance. Denmark has fractured because we've taken the holding. So we can't say, hey buddy, you know, you want to be our vassal? And he'll be all like, no, because he's the guy who we did just declare war on. But then we can look at Skane here, and yeah, no, he's imprisoned by some dude. And he doesn't like us anyway. We're just going to kind of go through these guys and see if any of them will join up. Because it would be nice. And actually, yeah, they're the only two. Skane and Shalland, because these other ones here aren't actually part of Denmark yet. I don't think we've got wars on them either. No. Okay, so what we'll be doing is declaring war on this dude to take some of his land. Yep, the king lost. Of course he did. But we won't be able to declare war for Shalland because this is the guy who we declared war on to take Denmark. But we can get Skane, or bits of Skane. So we just take our troops and park them in Finn. And that may give us the opportunity to come up further north, I don't know. We'll just have to see. There's the King of Swami. That Independence faction disbanded because we got that woman some land. I don't particularly want to disengage from this siege because this siege is taking forever. So what I'm going to do is get this army and send it over. Because, if I remember right, we had some claims against Ruthenia. So we can kind of fight around a little bit. These guys are probably heading up here to try and take that land back, so we'll try and head them off a little bit. Good, good. We do need to get this peace in, though. I don't want to lose lands through Gavel-kind succession of all things. We're going to piss people off by instituting primogeniture in Denmark, but, you know, not as many as we would piss off normally. I think the move from elective to primogeniture is a huge step, and everybody hates you for it, because everybody stands to gain. Everybody stands to gain, speak words properly, Subby, from having elective monarchy, whereas a lot of people stand to lose when that gets changed to primo. Because under primo, only one person has the potential of inheriting, maybe two if you're unlucky. Whereas under, what do you call it? Under elective, anybody could inherit as long as they get the votes. This woman is complaining about her cell, but she's unransomable, so she rots. We still have no decent plots. It's irritating. Excellent. The Lithuanian populace in Yatviagi, which is still one of our places, they've become German. And that's just something which happens by chance, so if we just check it out. Yeah, this one down here, this is Yatviagi. We're doing really well on spreading our culture and religion. Religion's obviously a little bit easier to spread, but the culture's coming along well. I'm pleased with this. This pleases Subby. Once we get through this castle, it's going to be a really easy fight. Okay. Cool stories. Got an independence faction? 86 dudes talking in a pub somewhere. Why do you even bother? We are still getting a lot of these threats, but I'm not concerned about them. They're going to be pissed at us regardless. We do have some murder plots coming along. You stop trying to murder people. Stop it. And you know what? You should probably stop that too. Excuse me. And this kid's the heir to one of the baronies, so you can stop that as well, Adolf. Yep, it's difficult to manage entire kingdoms. It's good that we got Denmark. Norway and Sweden might be a little bit more difficult because I think most of them have become Catholic. It's only this area here which is still Norse. But most of Norway has turned Catholic, which is irritating. Just makes it harder for us to do anything, really. And I think we've got the same problem over there in England. Yeah, England is solid Catholic, except for Cornwall. Cornwall is held by a Kafar. which is still a Christian religion, so we don't get any claims on him or anything like that. Interesting to see the Cathars get up finally, though. I doubt we'll be converting to them, just because things are fine with mainstream Catholicism for us. But you never know. Just check our truces out. Burgundy only has 2 years left. So once we're done just putting down this army up here, we might send this army here back down to Burgundy. We can't afford a knight. We can afford a knight, but we don't have the retinue cap for it. We're about 500 points shy. Hopefully we can get that out of our conquests up here. A holy man came to court and he was a blasphemous pagan, so I imprisoned him. And Count Leopold here thinks that we did a good job. Thank you. Thank you, Count Leopold. Yeah, you know what? We're going to take this army and send them back down to Burgundy right now. Specifically over to here, because I want Holland. And we're doing that, excuse me, because this army up here is about to finish their siege, so I can come over here and beat these guys up. Like so. Very quick, and maybe we'll even capture the king. The king is actually surprisingly good at military stuff. It's probably why he's leading the flank, or the center. But I think we've wiped them out. Yep, we sure have. He'll accept that he's lost the war. Perfect. So now we send these guys down here, because the next war is for Novgorod. Thank you. Yep, there we go. So now we have too much land yet again. Just get rid of all of those messages. Luckily, there was a barony in at least one of these places. In only one of these places. So let's see who the Baron is. Baron Herman. Excuse me. An exceptional diplomat. Congratulations, Baron Herman. You are now the Count of Revel and Narva. There you go. 24. No, I still want my son here to be fabricating in Venezia. Who's this guy tutoring himself with? Oh, wonderful. Because my son here, Prince Gottschalk, is a title holder, he gets to choose his own guardian. He's chosen a good one though, so I'm happy with that. He's slothful, which is a bit of an issue, but he's also brave, which cancels out, yeah, the penalty from slothful. And scarred, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I kind of want Wilhelm here to, get himself murdered at some point. Though he has managed to increase his stewardship. He's just. Okay, so just gives you plus 10 vassal opinion. Kind gives you plus 10, so it's plus 20. Plus 25 from gregarious. Gluttonous doesn't matter. So plus 20 all up. The problem is that Hunchback is a minus 30 to members of the opposite sex and members of the same sex who are homosexual. It's not a bad thing, and he's got a lot of sons. So that's fine. I'm not going to be so annoyed if he inherits now. We're still going to have him fabricating claims because we're kind of a dick like that. But that little war is over, so we're going to institute primogeniture in Denmark. Everybody rage at me. Not too bad. Just a couple of little ones. Actually, yeah, I did kind of say that they're only upset by it, they're not outraged by it, so it's only a minus 20 penalty, and it's only on some of them. That's fine. That's good. Excellent. Now, still 2 years for Burgundy. So we're going to make some de jure claims up here first. Excuse me. So we're going to move this army as close as we can with these, and still enable us to have the ability to declare war. We can't do it with this guy because truce. And he won't join up because he hates us because we stole all of his stuff, basically. King Daitwin has formed a faction. He wants control of the Duchy of Thuringia. You know what? He should probably have that. So, transfer vassalage. The Duke of Thuringia. Done. And that should maybe dissuade him from, doing that thing that he was doing. Anyway, this guy has some allies, but it's nobody we care about, so we're going to declare war. We could claim this little place over here, which why would we? We could claim this one county here. Could go for Tver, but nope. Novgorod. Look at how big that is. That's what she said. Let's go. We don't need to call in any allies, we're fine. The day we have to call in allies is the day when we declare war in like this really far off place, I guess. Oh, and because we've gotten the primogeniture law in Denmark that we wanted, we no longer need the High Crown Authority. The only thing that's giving us is it's making sure that vassal titles can't pass outside the realm. I'm fine with that, so we're going to go back down to medium. They'll all approve of that and it'll all go through. I say. And we're doing that because we get less of a penalty for being at medium crown authority. I'll show it to you guys as soon as we actually win that little vote. We won a battle there anyway. Yeah, so at medium, the vassals, the knightly vassals, the nobles, only have -10 opinion. At high, it's -20. That's fine. Next time we'll go to free investiture. And that's kind of what we want to do with a bunch of these other places. As soon as we're able to, so as soon as we get a new ruler, we bump all of the opinions back down. Except for, like, Lithuania, because Lithuania we still need to get up to high to institute primogeniture. But Bavaria, Poland, not Pomerania. With Pomerania we're going to eventually institute primogeniture and then have to bump it down again. But everywhere else we're going to put it down to medium. Because I don't need their levies. And that's the main thing that you get out of Crown Authority. You get minimum levies. And of course the little things where, like, what was it? It's basically that now at medium they can't fight each other and I can revoke infidel titles. That's all I want. I don't care if titles can pass through the realm due to inheritance, because of this thing. We can just quickly declare war and get them back. Wish these guys would, have a child at some point though. That'd be nice. We're not attacking this army because it's a revolution, so it doesn't count towards the scoring. Did this guy here have any allies? He had a few. The King of England, who likes us more, and some other dudes. No drama. How is our retinue looking? Ah, excellent. We can buy another knight retinue. Send them up here. And then we'll just be one shy of having a full strength second army. We can still form the Kingdom of Frisia or the Kingdom of Hungary, but they're going to be Gavelkind and probably at the lowest crown authority, so if I can avoid actually making those, I will. I kind of wish that the duchies would start integrating into lands, but that's fine. When I take the rest of Frisia, we'll get to see if the kingdom will integrate into the HRE. Okay, it's already part of HRE, so I mean more Hungary. If we ever take this final county here, held by the Byzantine, then we'll be able to see if the Kingdom of Hungary will integrate into the HRE without us actually making the Kingdom of Hungary. Speaking of, another 15 years for Bohemia to actually become part of the HRE, and that's the closest one. Pomerania has 77 years, and the rest of them are just sort of popping along. It's fine. And obviously the Kingdom of Denmark is nowhere near progression. Guess what, buddy? Well, 1, vassalization? Nope. Nope, that's fine. It's a huge change of opinion, but fuck it. I think we're going to go for Skane. I think. Just because it's the one there. We could go for Bornholm, which is this little island. Halland or Blekinge. But no, we'll go for Skane. That will give us the county. Is that what we want? Blekinge will also give us a county. Halland will give us Count Wilfred as a vassal, and Bornholm will give us the county. So, this guy. He's pretty good. He's not German. Bugger it, we're just going to take Skane. Off we go. And this army should also go that way. Wonderful. Going to keep a little bit of an eye on that in case they get some armies on our mainland, so they may take out this knight retinue, which wouldn't be wonderful for us. I mean, we could just buy another one, but it's a waste of 120 gold. My daughter needs an education. You know what? We're going to educate her in military matters. That way we'll have somebody to, well, educate future generations. Called the Prince of Denmark. The King of Skane called this guy, and the Petty King of Shalland. That's this guy here, right? Yep. Alright, well, bugger his stuff, right? We'll just besiege him. It'll take us a while longer because he has a huge amount of troops. But once we get through it, we'll have a lot more to deal with. And we get money for doing this too. New Duke of Transylvania. No biggie. I don't want to attack this place. We're just going to let it ride. Oh, that's annoying. Looks like they landed an army. Gonna get these guys to come up here. Yeah. No worries. Just clicking around to see if anybody's got over 1,000 troops that they can lend me. Yeah, they really don't, but it's not important. Yeah, so we're just sending these guys over to Stettin. We'll raise up a liege levy and just transport them over. It'll mean that this part will be at half morale, and when they combine with these guys, they'll fuck with their morale, but it doesn't matter too much. Morale isn't important for the besiegers in the siege. Unless you're assaulting the place. 50 tech points from Laodica. Yeah, I'd like it in military, I guess. It went to culture. That's fine. We're a bit of a way out from actually getting anything. So let's just raise all of them. So we load these guys into our ships. I think this is the first time we've actually used ships. And we send them to the Sound. So they've got to go up to Danzig and then across here. Which shouldn't take too long. The army also doesn't reinforce while it's in the ships. And then we just select the army like that and click on the province and off they go. They'll be there in a few days. Landing is really quick. And as soon as they get there, we can take our guys, land them in Rostock down, or take the boats, put them in harbour down in Rostock, and disband them. All done, and we'll just combine these two armies up. Yeah, you can see the morale of our armies went down a little bit. 99.5, ooh. Castle infrastructure in Steiermark improved, so we'll be looking at buying a keep there soon, I guess. Or training grounds. And everything else is fine. We've got another bit of an army moving over there. Just not concerned. This army here will be annoying, so we're going to break through this city and this temple. And go and deal with it. Takes us 7 or so days to get there. These guys are making swift work of the bishopric here. Kind of expected though, it's only a bishopric. Some people are tossing their votes around due to our little change in succession law in Denmark. I guess they didn't particularly like it. Peace offer from the Russian. To surrender. Alright. Okay, so little problem there is, I believe, yeah, we didn't get this province here, so we should have waited and come down here and beat these guys up. We did get this city here. So we're going to just walk on down here and deal with this. Get rid of all of these messages. Get rid of all of these call to arms. Now we've got to give away some things, so let's hope that there's a barony somewhere in here. Because we definitely do not have enough guys. Ah, there's a barony there. Nice. Good. Whoops. Little misclick. Is that everything? Okay, so now we have... Alright, and this one in here, we just got to give away. No worries. We have 4 counties to give away. Lagoda up here has the barony, which now has Reinhard in it. Yeah, he's pretty cool, so he'll get Lagoda. We may also just give him Torzok around here. Torzok, there it is. Now let's look to see if we have any good German Catholics. Okay, let's first of all look to see if they're any of age before we start giving stuff away to children. Got a lot of Jews. Now then we're into the actual landed individuals. You. Sure. You, my friend, are getting Novgorod, like the county. Rats. And you know what, we'll give him Luki as well. Why not? Done. And now we're back at the right number. Yeah, that's actually annoying, and I should have realized that we weren't going to get that because it was occupied by the Peasant Revolt. Because it means we're going to have to go to war with them again for just this one damned place. Ah well. Not overly concerned about it. And I believe we had a reason for war with Ruthenia? We have a few reasons for war with Ruthenia. But only one of them was actually decent for us. Looks like whoever it was died. That's annoying. Well, guess we're not going to go to war with Ruthenia shortly. But what does that leave us with? Leaves us with Cumania here, because we did want to take the Kingdom of Tariqa. This was our line, by the way. Rus, Ruthenia, and Tariqa. So if we declared for Crimea, that would be a nice, sizable, like, chomp of land. Yeah, alright. Sounds good. And as soon as this war here is over, we'll... you know what? We should deal with this war. Alright. Let's deal with that war, and then as soon as that's over, we're probably going to be in the position to hit Burgundy again. So, all good. We could usurp the Duchy of Novgorod. We can't do it right now because this dude's in a war. It's only a peasant revolt, which the peasants are winning, by the way. I've never actually seen a peasant revolt win. I don't know what happens. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Something's happened. Well, we lost that siege, but that doesn't matter. But something happened up here. This place has become independent. Or something. This guy. Factions, I believe. Or the Russian guys just released guys for no good reason. We've got some more wars to deal with, basically. So, bugger the other war. We've got pagans to beat up. Let's just have a look at the independent realms map to get a decent idea. So, Rus appears to have released, I think, Biamia, Vips, and Below Zero. Also, maybe Chermazia here? I'm not sure if that was part of their stuff. Maybe it wasn't. But yeah, we can take basically Rus now. Which will be good. What kind of title is it, by the way? Is it Gavelkind? Yeah, it's Gavelkind because it's held by a pagan, of course. An unreformed pagan. Oh, it's going to take him a while to get through this barony. That's good. So what I'll do is finish up this siege. Probably walk around here, beat them up, take this place back, come back around here, take the rest of these places. See how we go. We are technically losing the war because we've lost control of that holding. But, you know, we're fine. Okay. Now, here's the question. Below Zero holds Ingria and this area up here, which is the Duchy of Below Zero. We can either take this place to get more of Estonia. Let me just bring that up, or Suomi as it is now. It's Suomi because it's held by a Suomenesco. Whereas if we take it, it'll be Estonia. Or maybe Finland, I'm not sure. Oh, that's Finland there. Yeah, we'll see. So we could take that and get a little bit more of this land, which isn't really going to help us out too much. The best thing it'll do is put us into contact with Suomi again. Which we can use to have a holy war for all of this shit. Or, you know, lots of land in the future. Because we still have a truce with the guy here. This guy, we have a truce for 9 years. Or we can declare war for a bit of Below Zero, which is actually part of Russia. And use that maybe to usurp the Kingdom of Rus. I think that's what we'll do. Yep, so get these guys over here. And because then once we take that, we can start heading up north. I know I said that Rus, Ruthenia, Tarika was going to be our boundary, but we can also take this bit of Perm. It's not a big deal. The Mongols shouldn't fuck with us at that point. I hope. A little nervous about the Mongols, to be honest, but you should be nervous about the Mongols. They're the Mongols. And not very nice. To us, as landholders. I'm getting a vassal inheritance warning. It's the same one we've had all this time. wouldn't mind being able to take Verbetsk here. Do we have any claimants? We do have a claimant here. It's a Russian Orthodox guy, though. Pfft, don't care. Oh, this siege is taking forever. Factions are still all rubbish. Whoops. We're going for the keep in Eppenstein, not the stables. And I'll tell you what, by the time we're done buggerizing around in the east, most of the western truces should be starting to run out. So that'll be good. These guys are just taking forever to move. What's this one? The Grand Principality of Volina? Yeah, we could do that, but we won't get anything out of it. Because this guy isn't beholden to us in any way. So, if we do that, he'll just take it and leg it. Which wouldn't be great. We got another man of the college. So now we have 4 men in the College of Cardinals. That's pretty good. I mean, it's still useless. I can't believe how useless this is being. But, you know, it's good. We're outnumbering everybody else. You're like, hey, the Pope's actually at war with someone. Really? Oh, that's neat. This guy here is, he's declared war on the Pope in an adventurous conquest. It's kind of funny. This siege here. Ah, good. That siege finally came through. So now we send our guys around to deal with that. And we captured some individuals. One can be ransomed for 46 gold. The other one cannot be. It's fine. Gold's gold. Yep, excellent. These guys are coming down to Lübeck. I'm not sure why. These guys are trying to get the straight crossing benefit from what I can see here. Not anymore, they're not. They've realised that what they're doing was silly. Right, yeah, so we'll crush them, get our place back, and everything will be fine. And speaking of everything being fine, this guy doesn't have many allies that I care about. Here's a Varangian, which is kind of cool. It's a holy war! Now this has a few provinces, so we're just going to go up to this one here, I think. A few shitty provinces. These places only have 1 holding. Yeah, all of these only have 1 holding, so this is going to be a very quick war. In fact, I think Ingria is probably his best province. So we're going to do this little sweeping motion to just try and take out as many of these guys as possible. This battle's going fine. That battle went fine. We're already at 25% war score and all we did was take out a couple 100 guys. They're going back down, but I don't care about them anymore because they don't have the troop numbers. Or do I? You know what, we'll head down to Lübeck and then head back around like that. We're now at positives for this little war. So that's good. This guy will escape, so I'm just going to sit here and besiege this place. And by besiege this place I mean knock it down, because 500 troops. Excellent, now these guys are going to head back around and continue with our little sieges. Ah yeah, look at that, beautiful. And we captured this young lady here, who will be ransomed back for 26 gold. Brunhilde Littlefinger died of pneumonia. Shame. I think we've got enough gold to improve the keep at Steiermark? We do. Or Eppenstein, as the case is. Very good. We do have a lot of titles that we can create. This list is only going to get bigger because I refuse to create duchies just to give them out. I think it's kind of pointless. If somebody wants to make a duchy, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. But, you know, I shouldn't have to make them for people. We do try and give out counties in such a way that somebody holds over 51% of the de jure duchy most of the time, so that they can form a duchy by themselves. We captured this young lady. Well, she's 35, but you know, whatever. And now we're going to head on over to here. Very easy sieges, and that's because they're very shitty places. Our daughter, who aged up just then and we didn't quite check out, is Midas touched, but she is ill. Well, you know what? Nothing like the bonds of kinsmanship. Matrilineal marriage with the Basilius. Done. And he'll get back to us in 7 days. He has no children, so it's because he probably hasn't been married yet. So hopefully they have some children with the, you know, purple thingy. Now we got some more prestige out of that, so we're currently running at 11.3 thousand prestige, which is amazing. And yeah, this is quite good for us. And the reason why he accepted the matrilineal marriage so easy is because he's a Littlefinger anyway. So, you know, no one cares. Come on. There we go, we've almost won this little battle here, or this war. I'm not going to attack that place, I'm going to go up to Chud or something. Ugh. Yeah, the remainder of these places are not very nice to attack. I wonder if we hit that place it will count. If we kill this army, it will count, so let's head on over here. We only need 1%. We don't have a ticking war score though, so we can't rely on that. I am now ill. Well, I guess we better finish these wars off. Lame. We get 100 piety out of it, but it's not very good. But this guy has decided to convert to the Catholic faith instead of lose. So that war is annulled. You are a dick. You have no idea how much that irritates me. Because it prevents me from doing things. And I think that was really the only thing that we could do over there. Yeah. That fucker basically fucked up our conquest. And his heir is Catholic, and his heir's heir is Catholic. Ugh. How irritating. Oh well. This army can come down to Burgundy, because I'm pretty sure our truce of Burgundy has expired. It has, it's no longer present. Excuse me. So let's just slam these ones through. I don't have to besiege these places because it's not even part of a war goal. I'm just doing it to keep this guy down and get a little bit of money. It does give us war score, I think. No, it doesn't actually give us war score. So we'll just head on over here to Skane and get more war score. We are getting close to the end of the episode, but, you know, that's fine. Maybe we can finish this war beforehand. Yeah, I'd say we can, given that he raised troops out of that province. There's a big revolt going on in Burgundy. Something must have happened. does look like there's a new king down there. Do we have anything on the Burgundian revolt? We have a claim for Bognon for my brother. Ooh, now that's interesting. These guys are now headed down to here. And hopefully that revolt stays up and going for some time. Because it will take us a little bit of time to get down there. Could really use a third army, I guess. Yep, order the assault. Let's just finish this war and then we'll end the episode. Speaking of. 12 days. Any moment now. Stop it. There we go, we got Skane, it's now ours, so we need to get rid of it. I wonder if we have another good German Catholic in the court. Seighard! Now you're being educated by the Count of Sticht, so if this gets rid of that, we need to know. Have Skane. It did, so now we propose his education with the Count of Sticht. And he'll say yes, because we're his liege and he likes us. Okay, this army should come down here. And we'll just wait another minute or so just to, get a bit of progression going. And then we'll look at closing up the episode. We still have a claim on the Byzantine Empire for Count Seighard of Skane here. We're not going to do that, because it wouldn't give us the Byzantine Empire. It would give the kid the Byzantine Empire. That being said, I wouldn't mind taking Vaz. I think we'd have to get the... We'd either have to get the Duchy of Pécs or the Kingdom of Hungary to do that, though. We could probably form the Duchy of Pécs and give it to this guy. Well, this guy should be making it himself at some point. Really. Stop that. Oh. She's already been told to stop it. Alright. I guess that's fair enough. And yeah, we're going to double tap Burgundy, once for Bourgogne and once for something up here. And we can do that because of this revolt, which is currently not progressing, which is great. That's fine. However, as I take a drink, you know what? Munchen's actually giving us a lot of money now, isn't it? Look at that. That's huge. There's still another level of Castle Town to get at the end. So now, because the stables were built, we can save up money for the jousting list's next upgrade. But, as I was saying, I'm just going to let the month tick over for, reasons. That will be the end of the episode. So, yeah. When we come back, we should be making war with Burgundy and the Burgundian revolt. And then maybe we'll have a look at Italy again, I think. It's still a while for Italy. A little bit less for Aquitaine, which is good, because we are making war on Aquitaine to take back these counties here. I do want them back. I don't like him having a vote in my shit. But, as usual, if you've got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Still looking for some clarification on that Pope matter. I could look it up, but I don't think I'm going to be enlightened. I think it is actually quite useless. So if you've got anything to say about that, go ahead. Love to see it. And if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you'd like to see more of this sort of thing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But, in the meantime, I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.